two guys from work who won't shut up about football, but are pretty damn entertaining? Well, they decided to buy a couple microphones. And with that, we welcome you to the CheesyCorn Sports podcast, where Justin Adams and Martin Chaney wrangle over everything college football and NFL. Bold predictions, hot takes, and live game reactions. This is CheesyCorn Sports.
Dang, there we go.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into CheesyCorn Sports. I'm Cheese, that's Corn, and today we are at Week 8, Halloween weekend of the NFL season. Happy Halloween / Day of the Dead / whatever, anyone wants to celebrate or as an excuse to throw on a costume, get some candy, do whatever you want to do. Let's talk some football, huh?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Justin, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. Sharing this to Facebook so our friends can see. But yeah, I was trying to jam to the theme song when I first started, but my computer apparently had something on the screen and the sound wasn't playing. So you're just jamming out of there. I'm wondering where the hell is what's going on. So I came in the back end, ruined my elbow on the desk. So we're good.
I got you. All right. So I'm going to let you kind of navigate us through as I continue to update my starts and sits while we're going on here. And we can get right into it. Yeah. Martin decided to show up today. Thank you, Mr. John Quinn. Later on in the show, we will be dropping the link to go ahead and call in. I am finally here to be here with your call-ins.
Let's go.
We've done call-ins.
I'd love to see it.
I haven't been here. But yeah, so thanks for coming on into the show today, John. Appreciate you.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and take over. All right. So first things first, Derek, are you in the chat? Because I feel like I have a question to answer for you because I forgot to respond to your text. So when he hops in the chat, somebody let me know because I need to answer. He asked me 3 days ago question on what to do, and I take 4 days to respond. So apologies there, Duck. John, how you feeling about the Phillies, bro? How you feeling? I gave you some time to let it simmer. Oh, there he is. There's Derek. All right, Derek, throw your question in here in a little bit. So I meant to respond yesterday. I started to respond, and then I completely forgot. And then when I was in here at 11:30, I was making my rankings. I was like, I forgot to respond to Derek. So, but what's going on, everybody? Again, we're CheesyCorn Sports here. A few channel updates. So for those who don't know, we have expanded to Facebook. Last week we were on there. We're live on Facebook right now, and we are also on Twitch now. So we are streaming on all three platforms, simulcast live at the same time. So wherever is easiest for you to watch or enjoy, just go ahead and follow us on there. We have our Instagram up. So those links will be in the description probably, as well as we'll drop them in the comments here in a little bit. So with that being said, oh yeah, and also call-ins, you don't have to have the video, just the audio. So don't worry about video. You don't have to know what you're talking about. Just come on here and chop it up with us. So
it's true. Right. Chris has been on here multiple times, and he has absolutely no idea what he ever talks about. So
yeah, this is what he feels right now. Pain. I hate to say Philly deserves it, but no, I'm just kidding. It would have been dope. It would have been dope to see a Philly Astros rematch, but baseball gods said we want two terrible teams in there that nobody wants to see. So, and
then proceeded to have an extra inning walk-off run in game one. But hey,
yeah,
we are here.
Hey, dude. What you got to learn the lessons of the World Series some way, and it's painful. It's painful. Yeah. So just as long as it's game one. If there's any game to do it, it's that game. But
well, what's funny is that I feel like a general consensus would have been either one of two ways. It would have been either, oh, it's another, Astros, Phillies, and then people just complaining about wanting different teams.
Same two teams.
You finally get different teams. You're like, oh, ratings are going to be so low. No one wants to see this.
I don't think that happens in baseball, though, because you got to think about it. Every year, we had the Nationals, who were a wild card team, won it in 2019. The Braves or no, the Nationals 2021. The Braves were a wild card team, beat us in 2019. So I think Major League Baseball is one where you do have the parity because you got the Dodgers every year, who are the best regular season team. They never win it. I think the only thing that's been consistent is us winning it, and people are tired of that shit. But I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I more so when I talk trash on the World Series, I more so am directing that towards the Rangers. Well, because I want to do anything I can to dismiss the Rangers.
The whole like us against the world type of mentality, it's very motivating for a team when you're going through the playoffs. Yeah. And it doesn't even matter what sport. Like you see, like Alabama did it for years in college football, right? Like everyone's saying we want Bama and shit, and then they would go and they would win by like 40. Yeah, maybe not nowadays because Bama's kind of on the downhill, but like you see it time and time again, and you saw it, you saw it last year, you saw it, with the Astros, you saw it again this year. It went a little differently, but well, but we were 6-0 up until the Rangers series when fans chanted that, and for all intents and purposes, we should have beat the Rangers. We just could not hit. We can't hit at home. It was absurd. We had a losing record at home on the regular season, and then we ended up not winning a home game in that series. Yeah, I mean, regardless, playoff baseball is immaculate. Like to me, it is so unpredictable. Like the only thing more unpredictable as far as like a playoff format is probably like March Madness.
Yeah, that's March Madness is complete chaos.
And I live for it every single fucking year.
The worst one's the NBA. That's why I'm losing interest in the NBA altogether, to be honest. I have not watched a game this year. I'm losing interest in that completely. So,
yeah, but, I honestly, I wish that like ESPN would give equal love to like other sports as much as they do to the NBA.
Yeah. That's why I really don't watch ESPN that much anymore.
Like for those that, do watch hockey, like playoff hockey is like top tier, like environment for like those big name teams and stuff like that.
I bet.
It's absolutely insane. Plus also betting on hockey is extremely exhilarating because your team could be down 3-0 in one period and then score 4 unanswered goals in the next period. And
that sounds heartbreaking too, because it could happen the other way.
Oh, it's a roller coaster of emotions.
I don't like that. I love it. That's why I stopped betting. I can't do no more roller coasters of emotion in my life.
Oh, I need to feel something. So.
Yeah. Well, that pain's not what I like. I feel enough of that.
If I feel pain, that at least lets me know that I'm still living.
Right. Hey, the good news is though, when the Texans or when the Astros lost, the one saving grace that I had this year that I haven't had before is the Texans.
Yeah.
Because they're actually getting better. And Nebraska is getting better.
Yeah. This is a great year for you on the up and ups.
5-3, bro. Like we won 4 games all of last year. We had a chance to win the Big Ten West, and we have 3 of our Week 1 starters not out due to injury. We only have 3 of our Week 1 starters left. Top 2 running backs gone. Top 3 receivers out with injury, like for the year. 3 of our starting offensive linemen. Our starting quarterback was a piece of shit. Sucked. It's been a wild ride. Our defense is ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. With that being said, we'll go ahead and get into this a little bit here. Got some comments popping into here. So, yeah, y'all see the links there to call into the show. If you would like to, go ahead and you click that link. You'll pop up in here, and we will pull you up. So they want the lowest rating possible. Yeah. Yeah, that article I posted where it was like, this is the World Series nobody wanted and isn't worth your precious TV time. Bro, that shit was funny. I mean, honestly, if I was a fan of the teams, I wouldn't give a shit about that. I don't care. I don't care who the fuck's watching as long as my team wins.
John just sounds like a salty Phillies fan, honestly.
I mean, I'm a salty Astros fan, but I'm not salty with the Diamondbacks. That's the difference, I think, here.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
I'm salty with the other team.
I think this is like the first time you and me have like mutually been on like the same train as far as, wanting a certain team to fail. So
well, and I've told you before that the Diamondbacks fans are the only fans that I've had good interactions with, and that's why I don't absolutely hate the Diamondbacks. I hate the Suns and the Cardinals because I had terrible experiences at their games. Yeah. Chase Field, dude, they were so fun. Like they walked it off bottom ninth, 2 outs. It was a couple years back. on us. And bottom of the night, bases loaded, 2 outs. They walked it off on us. I made a bet with the guy that I would have to take a picture with his jersey and his hat on if they won, and we did. And it was pretty cool. So, like, I would not mind if the Diamondbacks won it, to be honest.
Yeah. Chris and I went to a Diamondbacks Braves game this past year, or I guess this current year. And we were sitting along the first base line, so which is usually like the visitors like dugout. It was I was in my Randy Johnson jersey, and everyone around us for like 3 or 4 rows was all Atlanta fans.
Yeah,
and like it was just a good time. Like honestly, like I have yet outside of like Dodger games where like there's a little bit more like tension and like angst just from Dodger fans being Dodger fans.
Yep.
I have had nothing but good experiences at Diamondbacks games, regardless of who they're facing. So
gotcha. Yeah. Yep. That's it's I mean, it's a good time out there. So, I'm hoping everybody just has fun and maybe both teams lose. No, I'm sorry. Fuck the Rangers. But all right, we'll start getting into it a little bit here. We got our baseball recap done.
Yep.
Derek, here's a question. I am debating starting Josh Jacobs. Usually have him in a running back slot in Kamara and flex. Other running back is Henry. Should I keep Jacobs in my lineup and take Michael Thomas out of my flex? Personally, so here's where I stand with Josh Jacobs, because I'm a little bit negatively biased on Josh Jacobs. I've never been a fan of Josh Jacobs, even last year when he was going berserk. I don't know. There's just something about Josh Jacobs that I don't trust. That being said, I do have him within my top 20 for running backs. Typically, I would like to go receiver at the flex because they have less of a floor. However, in this situation, I am more confident in Josh Jacobs than I am Michael Thomas, because Michael Thomas is ranked more so around the probably like 40s, I would say, because D-Hop and him are around the same area typically. So yeah, I would probably go with Josh Jacobs in the flex there, and Kamara's got to be in there too.
Yeah,
Kamara's in my top 5, I believe, this week, maybe top 6. So yeah, I would go Josh Jacobs. Between Michael Thomas and Hollywood going on my bench. Who do they play?
Hollywood?
They play Baltimore. Yeah, definitely not. I don't know if I like him against Baltimore, but I mean the Saints are playing Indy, but I do think I have Hollywood a little higher, but man, I still, it's such a tough matchup. I'm just afraid of his floor.
So the way I'm looking at this, right, going back to the original question.
Yep.
I'm probably as much anti Josh Jacobs as you are, if not more. I despise Josh Jacobs. Everything about last year was such an outlier for him. He was like Mr. 3.9 yards per carry before Alexander Madison, right?
Yeah.
And so nothing about last year, there was no indication through the offseason or anything that led me to believe that he was going to repeat or even be like close to what he was last year.
Correct.
And now you're seeing it this year where this is probably more realistic Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
And then you have him going up against the Lions defense, who has vastly improved this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you take out the Baltimore game of last week, because that was just from the jump.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting Josh Jacobs, and I'm probably starting Michael Thomas. The Colts pass defense, like Swiss cheese, bro. Like there is every receiver over the last 4 weeks against the Colts defense has just eaten them alive. And it's let me see here if I defense.
I don't know if I trust Hollywood or trust Michael Thomas's floor enough, though. I feel like this is going to be a Kamara heavy game.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of action Michael Thomas is going to get in this game, and especially because he's questionable.
Right.
Being sick, I think, is what it was. If I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? But so I like, me personally, I just, I think Jacobs has the higher floor and the higher upside this week.
That's fair. That's fair.
But so I'll say him. You say what? Michael Thomas? Did you say?
I'm saying Michael
or Hollywood.
Thomas.
Okay, got it.
I'm trying to pull up a specific tweet that I saw that highlighted certain.
I'm going to flow through some of these other questions real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, I'm in tight end hell this week. Do I go Njoku or Komet? I can also drop Njoku. So I actually have Ferguson as my tight end start of the week. And I have Njoku, I believe, as my sit of the week. Let me double check that. Tight end start of the week, Jake Ferguson. Tight end sit of the week, David Njoku. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and get through these. David Njoku versus Seattle. Yep, that's my sit of the week. So that should answer your question right there. That worked out perfectly. So Jake Ferguson, I really like Jake Ferguson versus the Rams. The volume he's getting and the way he's getting looks, it's creative. They're doing it when anywhere on the field. They're doing it when they're in the red zone. He's just going to continuously get more, and if he gets, he's always there in the red zone for a touchdown, and they're gonna be, Dak's very reliant on his tight end. So I just think the upside with him is there, and the floor has been pretty high this year with him. So he's a very trustworthy asset to have. So I'm rocking with Ferguson there. Did you find that tweet?
I didn't. So it was actually regarding the Titans, Swiss cheese of pass defense. But
got it.
But no, the Colts pass defense has been equally as bad. Like you saw Christian Kirk last week go off against them. And that's that, that wide receiver 2 in that offense, right? Yep. So the matchup leads me to want to say Michael Thomas. Derek Carr has been going to Michael Thomas just as much as Olave lately. Yep. And so I think, if you have Michael Thomas, you rostered him to get some use out of him at some point. This is one of those spots that I think you can feel comfortable with putting him in.
Yeah. No, I can agree with that. I just think just my personal, but I totally understand where you're coming from, because it's not a clear cut by any stretch of the imagination, especially when you're playing these matchups. So hopefully that answers it. All right. Glad you got that, because I was going to get that. Okay. On to the next one. Let's see. Sorry, I lost where I was at. I was trying to get that code for him. Aaron Jones or Alexander Madison or Darrell Henderson. Give me Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Here. He's healthy as he's been since week 1. I feel like he's going to be worked in more, and his ceiling is always up there with his receiving upside. So, and the way that, that Packers offense not being very consistent could rely on him if he kind of gets a little bit of a head of steam and ride the hot hand. So hopefully he can come out and, get a lot of the touches early, because I need him to, because he's in my fantasy team. So I'm going Aaron Jones this week. I feel like this is going to be his best week since week 1, of course. But
yeah, Aaron Jones, regardless of however the Packers are playing, I'm not really going to sit here and comment too much on it, because I'm in a good mood today. And
for now,
at least for now. But Aaron Jones has had some pretty good success against the Minnesota defense over the past, actually his entire career, really.
Right.
And the Vikings are coming off of a big win, sure, but they're also coming off of a short week. And they just got hammered by Christian McCaffrey. And Christian McCaffrey did that, by the way. It wasn't a strained oblique or anything. It was a straight up slight tear. He tore something and he still did that. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. That dude's a monster, bro. It's ridiculous. So Aaron Jones sweeped across the board.
Yep.
There we go. Easy day. You love to see it. All right. Full PPR. Oh, God. Gunner, shut up. Full PPR. Myers or Pittman. Damn, I can't talk. Myers or Pittman. Myers or Pittman. Probably I'm going Pittman on this one.
Let's see. Let me pull up the Raiders here.
The Raiders are playing Detroit.
Yeah, I might go Pittman too. I'm not happy with I'm not entirely pleased with the matchup this week for the Colts.
No. They're close. They're very, very close. I personally just a little bit higher on Pittman, but it's super close.
Yeah, for sure.
And when I say higher, it's probably by a few spots. Nothing crazy, but and I'm not a Pittman fan either, but I'm a less of a Jacoby Myers fan. So Yeah,
I'm actually high on Jacoby Myers this year. I think he's been doing great stuff. I called him as my start of the week a couple weeks ago. It's working out great. However, like, we also need to maintain a sense of realism, and like, Jacoby Myers he's not in that matchup proof tier.
Yeah.
And he has a very tough matchup this week.
Yeah.
So let's pump the brakes and let's maybe let him cool off for a week on your bench before
chill out. Very relaxed.
Exactly.
Hello. Hey, we want a free promotion, bro. We can get followers, views, and chatbots.
Woo! Fuck yeah.
I love cheating the system and getting fake views, bro. They don't understand YouTube doesn't like when you get fake views because it doesn't help your channel because your subscriber base doesn't match your view count.
Right.
So thanks, Tactical Rinta. I'll definitely go to Streamrise Rue. Whatever the fuck that is, bro. All right, anyways. Full PPR, I need flex. Rashee Rice, Zay Flowers, Brian Robinson. Definitely not Brian Robinson. Also, I have Saquon, and I have the Chef's defense. Well, I don't know what that Chef's defense is, but I have the Chiefs defense. The Chiefs game is going to be a sloppy mess. It's going to be cold, snowy, and shit today. It's going to be cold and snowy this year, Chaney. But I think I have Zay Flowers in my top 10, actually.
I'm between Zay Flowers and Rashee Rice on this one. I
have Zay Flowers as number 9 in my top 10. I'm going Zay
Flowers.
Nice.
It's got to be between Rashee Rice and Zay Flowers. Rashee Rice has emerged as like that second option for Mahomes outside of Travis Kelce.
Correct.
And I'm pleasantly surprised that Rashee Rice.
I drafted him, then I traded him.
It's ever since Tyreek left, right? It was like, oh, okay, well, Juju Smith-Schuster is going to be the next guy, and then it was Marquez Valdes-Scantling, who's a straight up bum. Like, not personally, but on the field.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Patrick Mahomes can't throw to anybody but Kelce.
But McCole Hardman, they just got back as like a special teamer.
Sky Moore.
Kadarius Toney is a fraud, and
Sky Moore has pissed me off all season.
Exactly. So it's nice to see a big body in Rashee Rice actually become a little more reliable. So I actually threw some money down on a little parlay for his receptions that's included with it. So
your answer?
Yeah, I kind of talked myself into Rashee Rice. I don't disagree with Zay Flowers though. I think Zay Flowers is a great pick.
Yeah, Zay's in my top 10. And also the Chiefs defense and the Jets. I think the Chiefs might be a good play just because of the weather situation. I don't think that's going to be a very high scoring game.
Yep.
So I think I'm rocking with that. What happened?
They're at Denver today?
Yes.
Holy shit, it's cold in Denver.
It is.
The high today is 28 degrees.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's you'll see my set of the week in a little bit.
Bro, I'm in a sweatshirt in Phoenix and it's like the high today is 80 something.
Bro, I stepped outside last night. It was like 70 fucking degrees, maybe like high 60s, and I was freezing.
That's what I'm saying.
I ain't built for that shit. Go Big Red, baby. Let's go. Throw the bones. That's right, John Quinn. You love to see Nebraska taking the Big Ten West.
I love this next one.
That's taking the Big Ten West. You are absolutely correct. We actually control our own destiny, and we have 4 favorable games the rest of the season. Maryland, who lost to Northwestern, who we beat Northwestern, Wisconsin, Iowa, and Indiana. Yeah. So
and I don't know what Wisconsin's doing this year. Like,
they lost to Ohio State. So they have the same record as us. They're trying to do an air raid, and it's very inconsistent and not working out very well.
Which is wild. Like, going to an air raid when you have Braylon Allen in the backfield is just insane to me.
Yeah, but I'm cool with that because notoriously Wisconsin running backs have torches for like 780 yards every time we play against them. But yeah, so this is the last year of the Big Ten West, though, before the conference realignment. So Nebraska could actually take the Big Ten West and have it forever. Wouldn't that be something? Forever Big Ten West champs.
Forever the reigning division champ.
That's right. You can't take that away from us. Full PPR, flex DK Metcalf or Aaron Jones. I'm flexing Jones.
Let's get into my wide receiver sit of the week.
There we go.
DK Metcalf against the Browns. The Browns defense has been absolutely electric, even allowing, like, they opened the door for PJ Walker to upset the San Francisco 49ers. So, like, it's reminding me a lot of that last Denver Broncos Super Bowl team, right? Like, Brock Osweiler went in for a while and just kind of managed the game. They went to a Super Bowl. Why? Because that defense was amazing. Myles Garrett is just on top of the world. People don't talk about his dominance enough. I feel like people are too busy talking about Micah Parsons and Nick Bosa, and they're good, yes, but Myles Garrett is just as good, if not better, in my opinion.
Yeah. So, I think Myles Garrett's just been the dude, the old head doing it longer than the other two. So, but yeah, I agree. Dude's a monster.
Yeah. But obviously, Myles Garrett doesn't play corner. So getting to this specifically, I see that defense putting a lot of pressure on Geno Smith, and DK Metcalf's specialty is the little more 50-50 balls downfield. And if that pass rush is going to get to Geno Smith quickly, they're not going to allow that downfield kind of presence.
Right.
And so I think it's going to be a lot of Tyler Lockett, JSN even, look out for that. Happy to see his breakout game last week.
Look out for what?
Yeah.
Look out for
bang.
What?
Oh.
Look out for what?
I thought you had him as your start of the week.
No.
We were going there.
Then.
But yeah, I mean, it kind of follows the same logic, right? That Browns defense is just, putting clamps on people this year. So, for sure. But I'm going Aaron Jones.
All right. Aaron Jones. It is. Hey, that's fine. The better, the more detailed the answer is, the better. And then we got to, then here you go. Do it, John.
Jeez,
they only talk trash for an
inning. You guys here, and I'll take you to a Phillies game, and people only talk shit for an inning, then talk nothing but baseball with you. I'm cool with it, man. Like, I don't have such a vendetta against Philly like my co-host does.
I don't have a vendetta against them. I just think their fans are like trash, dude.
Sounds like a vendetta.
They tear their city apart when they win, and they eat horse crap off the ground. Who does that?
We're allowing the actions of few to dictate the.
That was the whole city, dude. What are you talking about?
One person ate horse crap. I feel like I'm really.
They all tore the city down. They tore the damn city down after they won the Division Series.
Yeah,
not even getting to the World Series.
I was talking more to the horse crap eating.
That was the Phillies. That was the Eagles fans. Yeah. The Phillies fans were the ones tearing their city apart.
Well, their entire city.
They both were. They
always get so close, and then they fall short. So when they finally do get through,
I'm talking about horse shit. Weddings horse shit. All right, flex. Madison, Pierce, Watson, London. What are you thinking? I think I know who my answer is. I'll let you go first. But.
I want to say Christian Watson.
Of course you do.
But the offense is just so fucking inconsistent.
Yeah.
Watson can take the top off the defense at any point. I'll give it that. It wouldn't surprise me if he had a 40, 50-yard touchdown pass at any point. But I also wouldn't feel good starting him and then relying on that 40, 50-yard touchdown pass, right?
Yeah.
Because we saw it last week with Michael Pittman, right? It was the Josh Downs show, and then Pittman, bailed fantasy managers out with that 70-yard touchdown reception.
Yep.
I don't feel good relying on that.
Yeah. I can see that.
No. Dameon Pierce against Carolina. Carolina's defense, run defense, is relatively actually stingy. They're pretty underrated as far as that goes.
I'm going Drake London.
I think I'm rolling Drake London.
I am. I like his target share lately. It seems like they are trying to throw a little bit more. So I do like London. I like him as a good flex this week.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't have a headache or anything this morning to keep him from playing. Thank you.
Damian Pierce, Madison. I don't feel confident how many times he can string good games together. Damian Pierce, we just don't have much of a run blocking in our offensive line at the Texans. So I am hard pressed to trust Pierce. Mm-hmm. I just like Drake London over these for sure.
Yeah, I'm rolling Drake London.
All right,
I'm good with that.
And everybody, remember, if you're enjoying the content and you like what you see here with it helps us out a lot if y'all like the stream and subscribe, so that way y'all can hop on here and join us every Sunday, 2 hours before the games. We can help you answer all your lineup questions. You can call in. We just kind of hang out and have a whole lot of fun. So I appreciate everybody being here. Everybody who's asked questions, appreciate y'all. Keep them coming. So, all right, moving on to the next one. PPR, pick one flex. Oh, never mind. All right, let's run through that one again. Nico Collins, Kareem Hunt, or Gus Edwards, PPR. Didn't you mention Gus Edwards earlier?
I did, and this is
all right.
This made me physically revolt as I was like typing this out. Ready?
Take it away.
My running back start of the week. I have been trying to get more reckless with my actual start and sit calls.
Yeah.
Just because I got called out after saying a certain player or whatever was like a sit of the week, and then he ended up actually getting scratched from the game. But I got called out for it, thinking, here's a.
Technically, you were dead on.
Technically, I was right. Like, hey,
that's about as right as
Randy Moss this week. But Gus Edwards is my start of the week. I think the Ravens are going to jump out ahead in this one, and then it's like John Harbaugh is not one of those coaches that likes to really like run up the score. He's not like a Mike McDaniel type thing.
Yeah.
And so I foresee him really just kind of going back to the run game. Gus Edwards showed a lot of burst last week in both the pass game and the run game. And so it's Gus Edwards really like is trending in the upward direction for me. And I'm trying to hop on the wave as it's going up rather than when it's
power strip went up.
So Gus Edwards for
my back. Hold on.
But it would be Nico Collins, except for the fact that Nico Collins has been so like he'll have like an amazing game and then he'll be like completely irrelevant the next game, and then he'll have an amazing game. Like, so if you want to follow the trend, he did have a down week last week, so like you could run the risk on that. I think Gus Edwards is a higher floor play. And I think it's going to be safe this week. And then Nico Collins obviously has the ceiling play, so you got to really gauge your matchup on how you're looking at there. So,
I'm back. Sorry, guys. My power strip for my monitors and everything just shut off.
What's funny is that we never lost visual of you.
Oh yeah, because my camera's separate.
We saw you the whole time.
No, I know that my camera's separate, so I knew my camera was on. So I was trying to do like this.
Yep.
To the camera, but okay, I'm back. Sorry, I missed everything, but I'm sure
I was just talking about how very smart. Nico Collins has really been boomer bust, so like it's kind of a gamble. Yeah. And then I'm not starting Kareem Hunt. I'm sorry. And then Gus Edwards is probably a higher, safer floor than all three. And so you really have to kind of like gauge your matchup really to see which one you really want to start.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning Gus Edwards. It's either Gus or Nico, but I have Tank Dell as my wide receiver start of the week. So I think I'm going to go with just because Nico, we don't know who's going to be the guy week to week because Stroud does like to spread the ball around a ton. So I do think Gus Edwards is probably a better PPR play this week.
For sure.
Tough options. Right. Foreman, Hubbard, or Singletary. I don't like Hubbard this week.
No. I'm going to run my victory lap on Chuba Hubbard, though, for my start of the week last week. I'm just saying. Or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was.
I'm going to take my victory lap for when I said he was going to be good when he came into Oklahoma State. No, but he's not good. I think I'm probably going Singletary. I think I'll go Singletary.
Oh, who do the Bears have this week? I'm probably
playing the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm probably going Deontay Foreman. Likely to still have the lead role. Khalil Herbert still on injured reserve. Roshan Johnson did clear concussion protocol, but Deontay Foreman,
we don't know how much that's going to matter.
Right. Deontay Foreman had 20 touches last week, 3 touchdowns. It was immaculate, 33 points. But even you take away the 18 points in PPR for his touchdowns, and he still got you a 15-point game. So
I think my only thing is the fact that I'm more so going strict the schedule wise with just the I think Foreman's the better play typically, and it's a toss up. But I just playing the matchup with Singletary being against Carolina and him being involved in the pass game. But I do not disagree with Foreman if you go that way. So I am a Houston fan. I will say that. We'll throw it out there, disclaimer. So. Thanks for the question, Patrick. Appreciate all y'all's questions so far, guys. All right, here we go. Chris in the chat. Is Kareem Hunt startable or any of these receivers?
No.
No.
Simple answer. No.
Absolutely not.
I'm starting all of those guys over Kareem Hunt this week.
Yeah, absolutely. Will Spears eventually take over the Tennessee backfield?
Next year.
I mean, when Henry's gone.
Until
then, I don't think they can. I don't think he can take over. He can take over some of the workload, but he's not taking over that backfield until Henry's gone.
So I got Spears' numbers up here. The snap share is already at that like 50-50 spot, right?
Yep.
And
he's increasing his snap share for sure.
For sure, and that's very promising. But I think it's more promising in a dynasty format than it would be in redraft. I think if you were trying to get like too cute with it, like overthink it, and like start Tyjae Spears in any like 10 or 12 man league, like unless you're in like a 14 plus team league, you're going to be disappointed without a touchdown. And he has 1 touchdown on the entire season. So
correct.
No.
And if y'all are here on another platform, sorry, and y'all got a question in the chat, we're getting to those. We're just working through them one by one. So we'll get to them.
Yes, we appreciate the comments. Keep dropping them. We will get to them eventually.
Let's go ahead and pull in old Johnny Quinn here. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Welcome, John Quinn, friend of the show. What's good, buddy?
First of all, your slander of beautiful Philadelphia needs to stop. Okay? Those are slanderous remarks you're making about sports fans. We do not destroy after we win. Okay? Do they have to grease the poles so that we don't climb them? Yeah, I'm sure. Did somebody eat a little bit of the horse caca? Yeah, I mean, it happens.
Hold on. I mean, I'm just pull some up for you.
Slander. You're liable here, buddy. I'm telling you.
I'm can libel these nuts. Watch.
Hey, watch.
Sorry, can I say that?
Watch your language on YouTube.
Sorry. Bro, I can't. I'm not repeating what you said.
If one platform goes down, we have 2 others. That's fine.
Hold up. Yeah, exactly. We're streaming from 3, so if we get struck down on one, we got multiple. We're going to run out after this. We're going to have to go to Rumble.
Listen, it's just a bunch of diehard sports fans in the city. That's it. Philly gets such a bad rap.
Okay, hold on. Let me find this. Hold on.
John, I'd like to show that I was defending the beautiful city, the beautiful windy city of Philadelphia.
Yes, the Little Apple, as they call it.
Yes.
The Little Apple.
I've never heard it called the Little Apple.
Listen, while he's looking up probably a comment that I made to put in my face.
No, it's not.
Okay. I want to go back to that Spears take. I think you're 100% right on if it's in a dynasty. Right? Like here's the deal, right? Like what are we looking at? You're looking at Derrick Henry, 30 years old, end of his contract is this season. They're talking about they're not going to trade him. Hey, I got that. But at the end of the day, he wants $12 million minimum a year come next contract, right, in the offseason. Titans are fools if they don't try and go out and get something for him now, because when free agency hits, do you want to franchise tag this guy for $11, $12 million? so that you have him for a season. Okay, great. What are you going to do after that? You're completely squandering any return on investment you're going to get for this guy right now. Spears is like a long play. I mean, I wouldn't hold him in a dynasty league. I would deal him at the end of the season because he's not going to be the guy this year. Next year, it's going to depend on the offseason and what they're going to do with Henry. But I think Henry's days are numbered in Tennessee because they're not going to pay them. Everybody undervalues the position anymore, right? Like, it's hey, we either have the dominant back until he hits a certain age, and then it's like, oh, you're 30, you deserve to go to the nursing home, or we'll just platoon the position with 4 people that cost less than a dominant back. That's my take on the whole situation, and I think the Titans are foolish because they're not making a playoff run this year. They're not making a Super Bowl run this year. So why don't you go and stock up on draft capital and see what you can turn that into down the road? So foolish Titans, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. So prior to the season starting, Justin and I, we had a recorded divisional preview episode, and we never really made the air because we couldn't get all the divisions done in time for the start of the season. But I was much higher on the Titans. I was putting my faith in Vrabel as a coach, and like their defense is always like, pretty consistent and competitive. Justin called it out beautifully, saying they're frauds. They're much lower. Like, he actually put the Texans over the Titans in the division. And I mean, shit, like, kudos to you, Justin. Good call. But yeah, so 100% it's playing out that exact way. I actually have Derrick Henry as my sit of the week against the Falcons. And this was actually one of the more easy ones to me to find. Like, find a big name that hasn't been producing well, and then put him up against a rush defense that, yes, we've been liking to make fun of the Falcons this year for all of the Arthur Smith saying "fuck you" to everyone's fantasy leagues and their gambling addictions. But Arthur Smith's defense is, like, especially the run defense, has been actually very, very good. And I don't see them being able to give Derrick Henry the rock 30 times down the throat of the defense and actually come up with production. So, yeah, good call on that one. And that, I mean, that goes for Tyjae Spears too, right? Like, they're just not going to do much.
Yeah, they are where they are at this point. They're stuck where they are. They're not going to get better.
Yeah, they're in the same perpetual loop, right? It's hey, we're awful. Oh, we improved a little bit, and we made it to the postseason. And then
Derek, the answer is no to this question.
We lost in a divisional or something like that, and then it's like, this is the new normal for a season or two. Then we get terrible again, and that's the perpetual loop that they're in, right? Like, everyone was so high on that deal when they brought Tannehill in. And it's like, okay, hey, you're rejuvenating Tannehill's career because Miami murdered that guy.
Yeah.
He completely blew him out as a QB down there. And it was like, oh, my God, Tannehill, he could have been doing this in Miami the entire time. It's like, stop. Tannehill had a lot of upgrades when he got into Tennessee, but they've done nothing with it. They've done absolutely nothing.
They've traded A.J. Brown so they could replace him with old man D-Hop.
I mean, well, so the A.J. Brown deal ended up, would they get Burks on that?
Treylon Burks, bro. But either way, it didn't work out.
Well, it hasn't worked out yet. You can't say that.
It's not going to, bro. We're sitting here still trying to say Treylon. Oh, no, instant gratification has been like 4 years.
It's not 4 years. It's been
3 at least.
It's been like 3. Treylon Burks is not it, bro. I think we should.
Listen. I don't disagree with you, but I think you have to let the entire thing play out.
His whole career? All right, I'll tell you, 20 years.
From an economic standpoint, right?
Oh.
When you look at sports
Donald
economics,
Trump,
you don't look at it from one period. You have to look at it through multiple periods. And then you have to say,
what does that even mean?
From it.
Why don't I look at his career?
I'll put this into perspective here. There is no indication that leads me to believe that the Titans are bought in on Treylon Burks anymore. Last year, in 11 games, he had 54 targets.
However, it doesn't mean that, hey, this guy.
We can say this about. we could say this about
There's
anybody.
probability.
Well,
there is
so
probability.
I'm comparing this to the career trajectory of other receivers that kind of broke out in like years 2 and 3, right? And
let me answer this question. I'm going Adam Thielen.
Adam
Thielen for sure.
He's target number 1 down there in Carolina.
Yeah.
Right?
However, Christian Kirk is actually a really nice play this week. So if you have someone else that you're a little more questionable on, I would definitely feel comfortable with sliding Christian Kirk into that like flex spot.
I'm just done passing on Thielen.
I like Thielen on this only because it's the 1-2 matchup from the draft, right? QB1, QB2 from the draft. You got the Texans rolling into town against Carolina, but I think Stroud's safety or security blanket is going to end up being Thielen. Like
it's always Thielen. That's his guy. Right. That's the only person he can see apparently.
Yeah, I mean he's getting 12 targets minimum. He's
that man a booster seat.
He's probably going to haul in 7 to 9, right? So you're looking at easy 10 points off of Thielen right there, and then it's just a matter of what's his yak look like.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see Thielen go for like 23 points with a tutty in fantasy today.
Yeah, he's playing against us, so I don't need him to go that crazy. All right, so we're all in agreement, Thielen there. Appreciate the question, Bryce.
Thank you, Bryce.
Alex Smith, man, what happened, bro?
How's the leg doing, buddy?
Ran you out of town, bro. What the
oh, man.
How's the leg doing?
All right, JJ. PPR start. What is your roasting? Poor man. PPR start 1, Deontay Foreman, Ridley, or Pittman. Dude,
Yikes.
Ridley is so inconsistent, but
I want to go Pittman on this.
Yeah,
part of me wants to go Ridley. I don't like it.
Listen, you don't have to like Pittman. You just have to like the fact that QB2 up in Indy, what's his name? Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
Right?
Minshew mania, baby.
Yeah, Minshew's going to go after him. That's going to be the guy that will target most. So when you start talking about opportunity, right? Like Pittman will have more opportunity than the rest. So you have to take it on that perspective or on that alone. What is the target amount going to be for all three? And then what is the percent catch going to look like? And I think Pittman wins on both of those. So I think Pittman is the one that you start.
I don't disagree. The thing that the reason I don't like Pittman, right? But I'm not saying I wasn't going to say him because Ridley has been so inconsistent this year that he's dropped down to like the mid 20s as far as ranking goes. When earlier this season he was clearly top 15, But I mean they got a good matchup this week. The Jacksonville does. But still, part of me, kind of like you said, Pittman is like kind of like Thielen to Minshew. So he's going to get his targets and stuff like that. I think Ridley's floor is lower, but I think his ceiling's higher. I think Pittman's more of a sure thing. I think he has a higher floor.
So I'll use that as a segue here, right? Pittman's floor this entire year has been 5 to 7 targets. And then his ceiling has been upwards of like 12 to 14 targets.
Correct. Yeah.
And whether this is your first year playing fantasy football or you've been doing it since you had to get the scores from the newspaper, right?
Yeah. 87 they had fantasy.
Yeah. You have to acknowledge that in a PPR format, volume is king. Targets is volume. Therefore, targets is king. And
Arking.
Yeah. And so out of all of these targets and all the volume that Pittman has been getting,
pull up some numbers for you.
The efficiency only hasn't been there in 2 weeks. 2 out of the 7 weeks. And then the efficiency with the volume has been there the remaining 5. Therefore, I'm probably going Pittman because he feels like the safest floor, and potentially even the highest ceiling out of all these.
What are the 2 weeks that Pittman didn't have the efficiency? And who
last week against Cleveland, which we talked about Cleveland's defense earlier, and then the Rams, and I think that was the week that Richardson came back, and it was really just a tough, grinded out, like running the ball, come from behind thing.
Try to get some of those numbers for you too.
Yeah, I mean, and I also think the styles between Richardson and Minshew are very, very different, right? Like they want to make Richardson Hurts 2.0 or whatever you want to call him. Where Minshew's gonna throw the ball. You'll see a flash in the pan where he's gonna tuck it and run when he has to. But that's the extent of it.
For sure.
But yeah, I think the safer bet is you're gonna see Minshew throwing the ball a lot more often.
Yep.
Than Richardson would. So
yeah, he's been slinging.
I'm curious.
No, I'm with that. I was trying to pull up. I can pull up their numbers here. You were talking about targets, percentages.
Yeah.
Between Ridley and, hold on, let me pull it up here.
I mean, I would have pulled it up. I'm sitting in my car as I'm outside of the grocery store. I got to go.
No, you're
shopping.
good. I just want to see if
this is more important than food shopping. Just as
with the next question. Chaney, hit the next question while I'm looking this up.
Well, actually, so while we do this, we can segue here.
Why is this doing that? Shut up.
We can segue here into our sponsor portion. So,
hey.
let me find the.
GG.
All right. While you do your sponsor, I'm gonna bail. All right.
All right, buddy. Thanks for coming on in.
Later, fellas. I'll talk. I'll be in your DMs later today.
Appreciate you hopping on, man. Catch you later, buddy.
All right. Go ahead.
All right, let me get my screens back here. I was trying to find. There's actually a picture and a video of Philly fans after winning the NLCS climbing up the greased poles and standing on top of cars. So he's wrong. All right, everybody. So the official seasoning of CheesyCorn Sports is Gigi's seasoning. Matt, friend of the show, his wife is from Senegal. They have this shop called Senegal and Beyond out here in Phoenix, Arizona. They bring everything from Africa around the Senegal area. In Africa, they have a whole bunch of spices, different snacks and stuff like that. And his wife created this seasoning right here called Gigi's. Her name is Gigi, so that's where they got the name. They have the new and improved version now. It has MSG, which means it's good. So it is a do-it-all seasoning. We used it yesterday on Cajun shrimp pasta, actually. But since the second batch, they've added more of the salty flavor. So it actually replaces. I don't have to use salt with my food either with this stuff. So I have 3 bottles on tap, and I've used 2 already. So yeah, if y'all want to give it a shot, get over to Gigi's. You get 10% off using code CheesyCorn at checkout at gigisseasoning.com. Link will be in the chat.
Boom. And again, huge shout out to Matt and Gigi for being sponsors on the show.
Absolutely.
We love having you guys, as well as we love your seasoning. So
Yep.
Big time.
All right. Where were we at next?
Hold on, let me scroll back here. Right here.
I clicked it off right as you clicked it. Go ahead. Click
Go
it.
ahead. Go ahead.
No.
You.
No.
All right. It's me.
Refuse.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Matisse. I think that's how you say your name.
Matisse.
Half point PPR, need to start one in the flex. Michael Thomas, Jalen Warren, or Demarcado?
Thomas.
Yeah.
It's between Thomas and Warren.
We talked about Thomas a little bit earlier. It says so 20 minutes ago via Rotoballer. Michael Thomas, good to go. He's been sick this week, but he's been cleared to suit up for week 8 against the Colts. He has been questionable. He's feeling under the weather throughout the week. Appears to be a minor issue. Yeah. I'm still rolling Thomas. We talked about him a little bit earlier in the show, how Derek Carr has been liking Michael Thomas, especially in the red zone. I mean, he's tall, and slants are a short
Slant
yard.
God.
Yep.
Slant God.
Slant boy, definitely. I'll take him over Jalen Warren and Demarcado.
Yeah, I agree. Like Jalen Warren he's still like, I don't know. He's still kind of in the 30, 40-ish running back range right now. Hard to trust him. Michael Thomas has a higher floor in that offense. I feel like he's going to get used in those. He's going to get peppered with those short yard targets. So
yeah. Jalen Warren hasn't had higher than 3 targets in a game since week 4.
Nope.
So it's doesn't have a touchdown either. He actually is playing below 50% snap share. He has yet to go over that 50-point mark on the season. So despite Najee Harris's, struggles, it doesn't seem like Jaylen Warren is really doing much. He's broken that 10-point threshold a couple times, but I'd probably consider him more of a desperation start than anything.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I was seeing if I was trying to remember if I'd answer that one for Derek to start with Rasheed Rice. I said no because of the weather in that game.
You did, yeah. You answered it during John Quinn's beautiful ode to the city of Philadelphia.
Got it.
Oh.
Full PPR: Kenny Pickett, Desmond Ridder, Bryce Young. Yikes! I like how you had to throw PPR in there as if that matters with the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, I appreciate the question, Joker. I'm probably rolling with Kenny Pickett out of these. Yeah, I'm rolling with Pickett. Bryce Young against the Texans, probably not going to go that great. Hopefully not. I can't really pick him because they are playing against Texans. I'm not going to pick Bryce Young regardless, though. I'm going Pickett. I hate to pick any of these three.
Yeah. Is it bad that I want to say Desmond Ridder?
Is euthanasia an option?
I'm just saying Desmond Ridder, week 5 against Houston went up for 26 points. Week 6 against Washington, 19 points. And he would have had more had he not thrown 3 interceptions. But
very true.
Tennessee's defense is just not good.
Sorry.
For me, it's slightly leaning Desmond Ridder.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That Facebook started playing in the background. I don't know if y'all could hear that or not.
No.
Okay. My bad. That's why I was yelling.
Yeah.
How's my – one second. I'm going to check my audio. Keep talking. I'll check my audio.
All right. Yeah, let's move on to the next question then. Thank you for the question, Joker. Odie says, Gus, or do we wait on Palmer? I'll go back to my running back start of the week. Gus Edwards at the Cardinals today. I think it's going to be a very positive game script for the likes of the run game with Baltimore. And so Gus Edwards has been doing pretty well, specifically last week. And
that sounds better.
Ooh, that does. Wow.
Dude, my mic was all messed up. What the hell? That's annoying.
I wasn't even noticing anything, and then you just come in.
StreamYard switched it on me again.
It's like watching something in like 720p, and you don't really see a problem, and then all of a sudden you go to 1080.
Fucking StreamYard, you piece of shit.
So, all right, let's move on. Nino, thank you for the question, dude. Would y'all start K9 versus a tough Cleveland defense that is Kenneth Walker III, or Bijan comeback week versus tough Tennessee?
I am oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Man, it's so hard with Bijan right now. That's tough. I'm probably going Bijan.
I feel like everyone is so upset with Arthur Smith and Bijan after last week that everyone's going to try and fade away from him. And I think that's the exact time that you start him. So
there we go.
When everyone zigs, you zag. I think Bijan comeback week, especially against Tennessee.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, Kenneth Walker, Kenneth Walker has been a solid guy this year. I don't know how any of these get benched. This is a 4-man league.
It's true. I mean, unless you have McCaffrey or something and your other.
Well, I guess not. Well, Kenneth Walker wasn't drafted early, I guess. So yeah, because I drafted him.
He's what, later, 4th round, probably, if I'm remembering correctly.
So man, this is so tough. It's because just Bijan's upside is so high, but Kenneth Walker has just been such a solid workhorse this year. That's the only thing. But if you're in a situation where your projections are close, I would probably go with the more sure hand. If you're an underdog by a significant to somewhat wide margin, I would go Bijan for the upside. But
I think I'm rolling Bijan regardless, honestly.
It's either way. I think you have a high potential and but a lower floor with Bijan. But I just think, I think the ceiling's higher. I like Bijan. Me personally, I'm a Bijan lover. I tanked the entire 2022 season. Pause. I tanked the entire 2022 season to go draft him. Fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love a good Bijan, right?
Yeah. Pause. Calm down.
Is that a pause? Like, I feel like it's a, I
don't know, man. What about John? Good morning. We got a couple lineup questions lined up for y'all, starting with Madison, Ford, Najee. Pick one.
Ford.
Yeah, I'm probably going Ford.
Again, Seahawks defense, like their pass defense is good, but their run defense isn't as good, especially with Madison being Alexander Madison and then Najee and his struggles as well.
Correct.
Yeah, Jerome Ford. Thank you for your question, and thank you for the fine-looking compliment.
Next one.
Warren, Dell, or Garrett.
Let me pull up. Well, I don't know if I'm going to start him over.
I'm very high on Garrett Wilson this week. I'll put it that way.
Hold up. Where am I? I'm trying to find my damn start of the week. Oh, I'm down here with yours. Boom, baby. Tank Dale. He's back this week. I like Tank Dell a lot. Field stretcher. It's him and Nico in the offense. So I like him also, but it'd be hard pressed to start him over Garrett Wilson. But Tank Dell's my start of the week for what that's worth.
Yeah. I think Garrett Wilson against the Giants this week is.
I think I'm going Garrett Wilson too, though.
I like Garrett Wilson this week a lot. So.
He's my start of the week because I have him higher than consensus, not because I'd start him over everybody.
Right.
So. All right. Thanks for the question, Triple Hunts. And again, guys, if y'all like what we're doing here, like the content, please leave a like on the stream. It helps us out a lot. Consider subscribing to the channel so y'all can hop on here with us. Many more things coming. We're still just, game planning as we go and figuring out as we go. So a lot more in store for y'all. And just come hang out with us and enjoy the couple hours for the games. Let us get you ready. So appreciate all y'all. Jackson, what's good, man? Whoops, that is a spam comment that just came in there right when I went to click Jackson's thing. Where'd it go, dude? That shit kicked me all the way down. There we go. Oh my god, dude, that spam shit just fucking funneled everything to the bottom. It just comes in there. So it came in there. Never mind. Pause. I'm not complete that sentence because it's another pause. Appreciate you hopping in, Jackson, though. Jackson is the host of the Jacksonian on YouTube. So if y'all do want to check that out, go ahead. He does a lot of conversations with a lot of reporters from different college football teams, and but it's more so of a conversational type of aspect as opposed to just football. So it's a little bit different. So appreciate you hopping in, Jackson. Zach Moss or Tyjae Spears, full PPR. I have Zach Moss as my sit of the week. Mainly because of his snap share. I believe it was at like 38% last week or something like that. I can't remember if that was correctly. Pull that up for me, Jamie.
It was still 50.
No, it's 38% of the, was it touches then? Hold on, let me look.
Yeah, it might have been a more advanced stat, but I mean, he did have 18 touches last week. It just wasn't as efficient as we've been like grown accustomed to.
Got it.
Yeah. So I mean, he's still in that offense, but it's certainly letting JT get back and take over the offense again.
So it's 38.1% of backfield expected fantasy points last week.
There you go.
He's getting a smaller share of the touches and the opportunities that would indicate fantasy points. So take that for what that's worth. I'm probably going with that.
Yeah. I think we did accidentally skip a comment. I'm with you on Zach Moss, but at the same time, if I'm against Tyjae Spears, I'm probably still.
That's the other thing. It's just the fact that it is Tyjae Spears that scared me. And
because like he still gets a decent amount of like touches, like relative, right? Not or any of that stuff, but
but it's a thing is I just don't know how much that's going to drop this week as well. So that you run that risk, but either one of these is a risk. I think I do feel a little bit more confident in Zach Moss because he's had the backfield to himself there for a little while.
Yeah.
So,
all right. We accidentally skipped Jackie's question here. Bench Trey McBride, Tyler Conklin, or Darrell Henderson in a PPR league with a 1.75 tight end premium.
Sorry, bench Tyler Conklin, Darrell Henderson, PPR with 1.7. Also 49ers or Falcons D. Okay, we'll start with the first one.
Yeah.
So is bench one, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Okay. Conklin.
I'm benching Tyler Conklin.
I think Conklin too. I think I like him Bright a little bit more this week.
Yeah.
Definitely Henderson's. Okay.
You ready for this dart throw?
By the way, I would like to point out last week, I am the one that called out that Darrell Henderson was a better back than Royce Freeman, even though Royce Freeman was one. And I told everybody, if you got one of these, I would pick Henderson.
Myself and all Zach Evans truthers cried a little bit last week, but is what it is. My tight end start of the week, real dart throw here. I'm kind of going off of the same logic with Dalton Kincaid, where the starting tight end hurt. Zach Ertz moved to IR. That Cardinals offense doesn't have a lot of weapons to throw to.
No.
And I think, the Ravens defense is going to be locked up with Hollywood Brown. I think it's going to leave a lot of checkdowns and, don't really have anywhere else to go outside of Trey McBride. So I think Trey McBride, pick him up. And even if he doesn't pop off this week, I think he'll do just fine this week as far as, tight end streamers go, especially with that 1.75 tight end premium.
Correct.
I think he'll do better than Conklin for sure. Yep. And if you have that 1.75 premium, I think you're always going to want to lean a little more tight end versus, running back. Depends. At least in that regard.
It depends. You'd want to say that, but it doesn't always work out that way.
Sure. So, but
I'm still in the camp of I kind of trust. I don't trust running backs, but they seem to be, with the disparity of how the tight end position has been the last couple of years. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah,
it's hard enough to find one to put in your lineup.
Right.
Oh. Bro, what is he going to grow a couple inches?
He's really going to grow up this week.
Yeah. Dude, if he hits puberty, maybe. Get out of here.
What a fucking Oompa Loompa.
Who invited this guy? We are winless. Yeah, man. Y'all blamed Matt Rule, ran him out of town. No, look at you. All right.
Frauds.
Non-PPR, Olave, Deontay, JSN, or Dell. Olave.
I'm going Olave.
Olave.
For
sure.
Olave
or Deontay, but I think I'm going Olave.
I think the rest of these names here they're more PPR plays, and Olave just being the wide receiver one in that offense. Olave's been down the past couple of weeks, but you got to remember what you drafted him for, right?
Right. Yep.
And so, he has 2 games over 100 yards on the year, another 2 games over 85 yards on the year. And so, this is non-PPR, so I'm not going to focus on the receptions, but let's see, in over half of his games this year, 13 or more yards per catch. So
Yep.
the depth is there. All of that kind of points to Olave in that regard. And Deontay's still coming back from his injury. JSN is still kind of there on the JSN is actually Justin's sit of the week for the wide receiver position. And Tank Dell also coming back from his injury as well. So I feel the most comfortable with Chris Olave.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, let's see.
There you go.
We have Grammar Nazi Chris in the chat.
Grammar Police in the chat.
Yeah. He'll be the one to throw that asterisk your with the apostrophe in there.
I do that too.
I know you do.
Yeah. I corrected you earlier on the show. You said is instead of are. Sorry.
Whatever. That's probably what he was talking about, honestly, because these comments were like 20 minutes ago.
I don't even know what this means.
I don't know. You guys are absolutely killing it with the comments, and we're like 20 minutes behind, but we are going to get to all your guys' comments.
We're getting to all of them.
Let's keep rolling here. Random name. First of all, thank you for the
comment.
Good morning, guys. PPR. Start 3. CeeDee Lamb, Christian Kirk, Nico Collins, DJ Moore, and McLaurin. Probably over
Lamb and Kirk. Lamb and Kirk. And who was your third one? I'm saying Nico. Or DJ, sorry.
Yeah, probably DJ Moore. Going up against the Chargers this week. Chargers defense. I mean, they might as well just be like the worst thing out there outside of like the Vikings defense.
Yeah.
Any receiver going up against the Vikings or Chargers defenses, attack with your wide receivers. So DJ for me.
Trying to not be biased and pick Nico, but yeah, I think I like Lamb, Kirk, and DJ Moore for sure.
Well, I'm trying to use not use my negative bias and actually picking a Chicago Bear. So
I'm proud of you, man. That must have been tough.
I feel disgusting.
It's been tough. What's good, Evan? Would you trade Swift and D-Hop for Jamar? Oh, absolutely. Wait, is this is regular right now?
It doesn't matter. You're trading Swift and D-Hop for Jamar.
I traded so much more for Jamar. Yeah. Other running backs, Saquon, Hunt, Warren, wide receivers are CD Ridley. Yeah, if you got a chance to jump on Jamar Chase for that, jump on it.
I would 1,000,000,000%. If I was the Jamar manager, I'm not. But
no, absolutely not taking that trade.
If I have Swift and Diop, I'm packaging those two together to upgrade.
He's a little bit light at running back. I get that, but at that point, it will more than make up for it, and you can always, you would be able to flip Jamar for more than this if you traded for him, and then he had a berserk week. Flip him for more.
Yep.
You can even do it that way if you want to bank on that to get more running backs. So,
yeah.
Think of your next step too if you want to game plan that. But yeah, definitely Chase there
for sure.
Given what's going on with Watson now, what team did the worst trade for their franchise QB? The Broncos, Wilson. Oh, definitely the Browns. They paid him 100% guaranteed money for
what team did the worst trade for their franchise QB? And he has the audacity to come at me for grammar. I had an aneurysm reading this. What is this?
Chaney's had a stroke.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have an answer though?
Can't they both be bad?
Yeah, they're both terrible.
I do think it's the Deshaun Watson.
100% guaranteed money. Are you kidding me? I mean, the Denver Broncos are just screwed no matter what. They're both.
Yeah.
Pick 2, full PPR, Deontay Johnson, Ramondre Stevenson, Waller, or Hunt. Also, Jordan Love or Sam Howell.
Hey, yeah.
Go, baby. I'm going to say, so pick 2. So I'm going to say Deontay and Waller or Ramondre.
Look at the matchups here.
I'll go Ramondre.
Deontay won for sure.
Ramondre.
Who the Patriots play this week?
I hate Ramondre. Hey, Logan Bitchmade Thomas, let's go. Yeah, I had him as my tight end sit of the week last week, and I almost did it again this week because fucking Logan Thomas.
I too am going Deontay and Ramondre, by the way, just to roll back. And then I'm also rolling Jordan motherfucking Love over Sam Howell. All you need is love.
Love is all you need.
Hashtag that shit. Copyright it. Get sued by the Beatles. All you need is love.
We can't get copyrighted, bro. We're going to lose everything we've worked for.
The Beatles are dead. It's fine. They're not going to sue us.
It was so good that they're going to copyright it. Chaney, you have McBride as your start of the week.
I do. Trey McBride, dart throw, start of the week, tight end position. I'm not going to bring in the banner.
I hate to say that I hate to say that I like Logan Thomas more than him right here, but
Logan Thomas is dead to me.
Yeah, he's dead to me too. So fuck him. Trey McBride.
Trey McBride it is.
For all these questions here, but sorry for you're fine. That's what we're here for, man. Ask all the questions you need. Flex up half point PPR, D Hop or Kareem Hunt. Yikes. Oh man, D Hop's like wide receiver like 50, bro, right now. 45, something like that.
Let me look it up here.
I hate Kareem Hunt. DeAndre Hopkins is not giving me any kind of confidence.
D-Hop has had like 2 usable games this year.
Yeah.
And it was not against a tough defense.
No. And there's no indications. Like there was a little bit of an indication that he was going to get more work, but it just hasn't transpired into fantasy points. I'm going Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, D-Hop's too risky.
Yeah, I'm going Kareem Hunt.
How risky do you have to be to where Kareem Hunt is the safe pick? You know what I mean?
Yep. It's a rough situation. That's why I traded away D-Hop. I was tired of him.
This is follow on to the K9 versus Bijan
Walker,
question.
Bijan, and Brees. So Brees is
Brees is for sure. So Brees is like a top 5 running back for the next like month.
Boy, that Mike Evans almost didn't pan out, huh? That's late, bro. What the hell happened to him there? Pick 3 PPR, Cup with a C. Puka, Thielen, Kirk, Addison, Nico. Coop. Cup for sure. You're absolutely starting Cup.
Yeah.
Thielen. So if not starting Cup and Puka, so Cup, Thielen, and Kirk. What say you, sir? Chaney, we're going to grab a water way into this.
Okay. I think those first 3 names, Cup, Puka, Thielen. But if you don't want to go Cup and Puka, man, like you're really taking a crapshoot because it seems like, Cup or Puka, it could be like their week, either week. Last week, I bet on, Cooper Kupp, and then it was a Puka week. But, I mean, if you really don't want to go Kupp and Puka,
I get why not, because there's less upside if you start
sure. No, I get that. But then you're in a spot of, do I choose Cooper Kupp or Puka?
Kupp.
I feel
Easy.
I feel like Puka is everyone's like, sweetheart.
You're not really that much of a casual where you're about to pick Puka Nacua over Cooper fucking Kupp, bro.
It's true. Yeah. If you really don't want to go Kupp and Puka, go Kupp, Thielen, Kirk. But
right. If you want to go Kupp and Puka, I'm just kidding. I didn't mean to attack you, but
it's okay.
Kupp is still a top 5 receiver. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Zeke, Rondale Moore, Logan Thomas, Shaheed Reynolds, pick 3. Zeke is very touchdown dependent. Dude, do you really want
we saw Zeke start to take over.
You sure say Logan Thomas's name a lot. Z's also in here.
Trying to find a reason to keep him on his roster.
He's like, they said it, not me.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go Logan Thomas, unfortunately.
Pick 3.
Shaheed, and
Rondale.
Oh my God. Yeah,
I know.
Zeke is the potential's there because of the touchdowns. But he's so touchdown dependent that if he doesn't get it, you're fucked. So yeah, probably Logan Thomas, Shaheed, and Rondale. Dude, part of me wants to go Reynolds, but I'll go Rondale to make it a clean sweep.
Yeah. Rondale, Thomas, Shaheed.
Yep, we'll rock with that.
Don't feel good about that. Yeah.
Tight end slot, Geraldo Everett or Jacob Ferguson. What? Geraldo and Jacob.
I like it. That's what he's being known as now, by the way.
Jacob Ferguson is my tight end start of the week. So I do think, I think he's going to get a lot of usage this week. And again, he gets used in a lot of red zone situations. He gets used in a lot of creative sets. So Ferguson has a high floor, in my opinion, and a very high ceiling, especially with Dak, as much as he likes to use his tight ends. So do you agree?
Yeah.
Where the fuck were we?
I don't like Gerald Everett. He was like
Geraldo, sir.
Yeah, Geraldo. My bad. He's just not really that like mixed into that offense anymore. Like he was last year. Like it seems like every year he gets a little bit more out and out of the offense that he's in.
Yep.
And I mean, it's not yeah, he's not. It's not 2017 anymore. Like I think we can all move on from Gerald Everett.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, he saved a lot of people there at that touchdown. That was a scary game for Evans owners.
Yeah.
Wilson, Addison, Scary Terry, Lockett, pick 3. Wilson, Addison, and Lockett. Fuck
yeah. That was exactly where I was going with it.
What's up, Coop? Just start Javonte T, Drake London today. Need to win. Are you playing me? If so, just don't start any of these guys.
Javonte T or Drake London.
Javonte might get work since it's so damn cold in Denver. They might not be throwing a ton, so that could favor Javonte. I think I'll go Javonte.
I think I'm rolling Javonte too. T. Higgins up against the 49ers this week is I mean, it's kind of a stretch here, but my QB sit of the week is Joe Burrow this week against the 49ers. Yeah. That Bengals offensive line is absolute dog water, as it has been for the last 5 years. And so I think Joe Burrow's going to, he's not going to be able to get that ball out that quickly. It's going to be a lot of Jamar Chase and not going to be a good looking game for them today. But back to the question. Yeah, I think Javonte. Because it comes down to more of Javonte or Drake London. If you need to win, I don't feel good about relying on anything related to Arthur Smith.
No.
And the Falcons offense. So Javonte.
Yep. Interesting note here that Mahomes is sick. Because my QB sit of the week. Dude, I've waited my whole life for this moment. Patrick Mahomes, sit that motherfucker. It's cold out there, right? Sit that guy. It's cold out there. We're laughing, Chaney. Shit ain't funny. This ain't no game. No, but
I've been waiting my entire life to say this.
Bro, I needed the opportunity and the weather's bad, so screw it. He's there. Is he sick though? Did that pop up? Is he sick now? I don't know. I wasn't.
Yeah. So it says 20 minutes ago via RotoWire, Mahomes was nauseous and dehydrated Saturday. I mean,
cry me a river, dude. Go.
Literally just could have been hungover. Not gonna lie.
Dude.
Woke up Sunday feeling better. That's news nowadays, I guess.
I fucking hate him so much.
We have players sitting out for headaches. We have hungover players on Saturday being, listed as questionable. This is
So yeah, my thing is Kirk Cousins. I don't like Mahomes this week just because of, like I said, the weather. I don't know how much they're going to be airing the ball out or how that's going to look. That's why I have Pacheco as my running back start of the week.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would. Me personally, I go Cousins.
Yeah.
But
just saying, we are getting into the time of the year where weather is really going to start playing a factor. So if you have AFC North receivers, maybe consider starting to trade them away, trading for AFC North running backs, because you get those really cold and windy games in, late October, November, and December. And that's how you win leagues right there. That type of thinking. This is a very actual technical, analytical question, and I absolutely love it.
Chaney.
Yes.
Did you want to put out your 4th and 1 stuff real quick too, just in case people are interested?
Yeah, let's cover this question, and then before we move on, I will.
Okay.
Yeah,
and then we'll get to y'all's questions as quick as we can. They're coming in here in a hurry. So, I'm starting Burrow, have T, and my opponent has Chase. Would it be better to stack here? I wonder who your opponent is with Chase. Risk and double negative. Could start London or Javonte. So, all right. So I'm starting Burrow and have T. Would it be better to stack here or risk getting a double negative? So my thing is I try not to base it off of what my opponent's doing. I just want to go with the best play on my team. So if I'm starting Burrow and T, I'm trying not to worry too much about that the other guy is Chase. If you have confidence in those two, I would rock with those two. That's kind of my take on it. Does that make sense, Chaney, the way I worded that?
It makes sense. I'm actually on the opposite side of the argument where I'm a big play the situation. Now, obviously, don't let that
points from your quarterback when the opposing wide receiver scores. It's good that you also get points for your quarterback, if that makes sense.
Right. Now, if I'm thinking about this correctly, I think you're starting Burrow regardless, right? Like if I don't want to like get too deep into like an actual roster specific like team thing, trying to keep this like fully like, third person perspective.
Yep.
But you're starting Burrow regardless. So it really comes back to the T London or Javonte question.
Correct.
And I think it has less to do with your opponent having Chase. I'm still rolling Javonte over T Higgins and Drake London in that regard. And I think that if you're concerned about the stack and double negative,
I think
Javonte has the best chance to break up any worries that you may have regarding that.
Yeah, I'm starting Javonte too. I'm just saying if Burrow and T is your instinct and your gut, I rock with that. And again, I also don't mind when my quarterback gets points every time the opposing wide receiver scores. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So that is also beneficial. But okay, so we're gonna do a quick plug here. Chaney can put out his side channel. You want to go and put that up?
Yes, sir. I'm actually pulling it up right now.
Yeah. Pull that up, and then dude, why is this always playing in the back? Like everything I have on YouTube, as soon as I click, or everything I have a stream up on, as soon as I click it, it starts playing our stream.
Yeah.
Jackson's in the chat. So I'll go ahead and put mine out. So I also am hosting the post games and live streams at Nebraska football at the Voice of College Football. So if anybody is interested in college football or Nebraska football in general, y'all can slide over there to Nebraska, the Voice of College Football, and come hang out with me over there. So, and then while he's getting that up, I'll go ahead and pull Jackson in here. What's good, Jackson?
What's up, gent?
What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
Not much. What's up with you? Ready for another fine NFL Sunday?
Absolutely. You want to help us? You want to help us answer some questions, Jackson? Jackson is very knowledgeable. He knows his stuff.
So I got a question.
Yeah, what's up?
What kind of game do you think Saquon's gonna have against the Jets defense today?
I'm thinking he's going to be somewhere in the probably 12 to 16 point range. Personally, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, if the Jets had Rodgers, I mean, it would probably be a butt whipping against the G-man.
It'll be It'll be a serviceable performance. I think. I don't think it'll be anything crazy, but yeah, I think it'll be solid.
Yeah, I think. Yep. I mean, you're looking at what Saquon has done since he's coming back, right? And now we have 2 games back to back where he's had 20 to 25 touches. Actually, more along the lines of 25 to 30 touches, and he's had pretty good efficiency with it through both the air and on the ground. He's got it's not a hard but not an easy matchup against the Jets defense.
Yep.
And I think if the Giants want any chance of winning any game, you have to run it through Saquon, which actually is like the critical failure point of this offense. When you run your offense through a running back to begin with, you're setting yourself up for failure, especially in close games down the stretch.
Yep.
But that's just the way that this Giants offense is set up, and I think that's what they have to do moving forward.
Yeah, because they don't have a lot of consistency anywhere else. So, and Shamar, to answer your question, I definitely would take. I like that trade, Pittman and Laporta for Waddle. I like that. Yeah, Saquon. Yeah, I agree with everything you said. It's just Saquon's the guy there. I just, I just don't have enough confidence to say he's going to be like upper echelon RB1 territory. So yeah, I think 15, 16 points is very distinctly in the range of possibilities, but it's more so what they're lacking everywhere else that might make him boom more than that. So that's just a general average assessment. Are you, do you have Saquon? Or you just want?
I'm just talking some NFL football.
That's fine with us. I wasn't sure if it was a start-sit question or if you're talking football, because we're down to we do everything here. We talk baseball, football. We started out with baseball, so
we did.
I couldn't help but notice that the Texans are having an amazing season in D'Amico Ryan's first year and C.J. Stroud's first year.
I tell you what, C.J. Stroud and D'Amico both are doing some crazy things, and people don't remember that we also got I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on his name. the offensive pass game coordinator from the 49ers.
49er.
Their OC. Yeah. So he's scheming up a lot of stuff. Our line is decimated with injuries and they're not good. So the fact that they're doing what they're doing with what we have so far, it's been crazy, man. Stroud's been Stroud was my favorite quarterback last year in the college football season. So I'm super happy we got him and everything panned out, but it played out better than I even imagined. So as a Texans fan, I was thinking it might be a colossal failure like usual, but luckily that's Bryce Young's short little ass. You're a Bama fan though, so I can't really go too hard on Bryce.
It's okay. You're good, man. You're good. I mean,
on at Bama.
But yeah, one team I've been especially disappointed in is the Titans. I mean, it's just, oh my God, they've been horrible. I mean, years back, it looked like they were in Super Bowl contention, but then 2021, they were that 1 seed. They fall apart. Last season, they fell apart in that second half stretch. This season, they look like a disaster. And if they got any decency, they need to just trade Derrick Henry. But I want to.
I don't know if that'll happen. But yeah. I agree. They're Tennessee, man. It's got to be rough to be a Tennessee fan right now because you have no idea where they're going. It's not up, that's for sure.
I'm totally right.
They're kind of in a purgatory right now.
Would you fire Mike Vrabel at the end of this year if it keeps going this way?
I would not fire Mike Vrabel. I mean, it's not his fault, but I think it's the GM's fault. Because, I mean, the GM's the one making all these trades. Like, I mean, instead of just paying A.J. Brown what he wanted in 2022, he decides to just be a total cheap ass and go, we're not paying this guy. Well, we're trading you to Philly.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
We
talked about that earlier, how they got rid of A.J. Brown and went and got Treylon Burks and DeAndre Hopkins. Like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
That worked out well.
What's the set of the week, by the way?
Which position?
You were talking about the QB a little while ago. Joe Burrow versus the Niners and Patrick Mahomes versus the Broncos. I mean,
Patrick Mahomes is my QB sit, just because I'm also a Patrick Mahomes hater. So, but the weather is going to be crappy there. I just think he's going to underperform based on what consensus performance because the weather is going to be cold in Denver. The high is 28. To answer this question, DK, Myers, Pittman, Hollywood, Amari, or London. Let's see. Half PPR start 2.
Pittman is 1.
Let's go. Pittman and dude, DK. I think DK.
I'm between DK and London.
That was my 2 as well.
DK is my wide receiver sit of the week. I don't necessarily love the
Drake London then.
I don't necessarily love the other options. So I'm willing to go Pittman and London on this one.
Yep.
Sure.
What say you, Jackson? Do you have an answer?
For me, I'd probably start Pittman and DK Metcalf. That's just me now.
Yeah. I was between DK and London, so definitely Pittman for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Owen, I don't want to see it.
Martin, I didn't ask you who your team is. Who's your team, Martin?
Oh, let me show you rather than tell you.
Oh God,
where is it?
Please don't.
I'm not gonna find it without digging into boxes and stuff.
PPR.
Huge cheesehead.
Yeah, he's
till I die.
He's where the cheese comes in to CheesyCorn.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's going on with the Packers as a whole this season? I mean,
they're young. Game planning, scheming is not what it should be. I think Matt LaFleur is focusing too much on trying to get the players to fit his scheme rather than scheme around the talents of the team that he has. And so we're just so inexperienced that once we get into these like 1-score games down in the stretch, no one knows what to do because they just aren't used to being in this situation in their NFL careers. So I look for, I'm trying to find silver linings each week. you know, we'll see what it looks like. I've been trying to preach patience as long as possible here. I mean, I think it's completely unfair that certain quarterbacks in the league, they're given like 3-4 years of chances before finally someone says they're not good. And then Jordan Love gets 7 games.
Yep.
And so like, how many years did we go through saying, oh, Justin Fields is the franchise QB. He doesn't have any help, right? And it's not a shot against Justin Fields because I also thought Justin Fields, was an immense talent and he needed help. But I'm not about to say that and then after 7 games say that Jordan Love is not it. Because I have seen flashes here and there. It just needs work. Needs to develop. So.
Well, the Bears, if they're saying that Justin Fields is their next QB for the future, then they need to get some weapons on offense in the draft next year. I mean, they need some weapons big time.
Sure.
Yep. Agree. Let's start filtering through these questions.
Yeah, we have 14 minutes till kickoff. Let's start rapid firing here.
Jackson, hold on. Sorry, hold on. I'll have PPR. Pick 2. Higgins, Cooper, Darrell Henderson, Drake, London. I'm Higgins in London here.
Yeah, Higgins in London.
Rapid fire. We're going to answer these questions, guys.
Higgins, London.
Higgins, London. Okay. Pick 2. Olave, Kirk, Nico, Pittman. I got Kamara in the flex. Okay, I like Kamara in the flex. I like Kirk and Pittman or Olave and Pittman.
Yeah, that's what I'm between.
I think I'm going to go. I think go Olave and Pittman, but Kirk and Olave are separated by 2 slots in my rankings.
I think because you have Kamara in your flex, diversify your starting lineup. Go Pittman and Kirk.
Yeah. I don't mind stacking running back receiver, but just it gives you a little extra upside because you're not. Really...
I'm going to go Pittman and Kamara.
Pittman and Kamara. And
yep.
Okay. Okay, cool. And then is Jair Alexander active?
Let me see here. Jair Alexander is active. So is Luke Musgrave. Shout out to him working through that.
Well, at least he's going.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson or Christian Kirk?
Christian Kirk.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson.
You going Garrett Wilson?
I like the talent better, but I think the offense flows better in Jacksonville than it does in the Jets right now.
Yeah, so. Garrett Wilson's a probably good bit behind Kirk right now.
Yeah.
For me. JT or Addison at flex PPR. JT. Yeah. Give me JT.
Yeah.
He's getting more and more work. Like we said, Zach Moss's implied fantasy total is only at 38.1%, which means the rest is for JT.
Yep.
Logan Thomas or Ferguson. Ferguson's my start of the week. Logan Thomas is a bitch. I hate Logan Thomas. I had him as my start of the week last week. The week before last. And we saw what he did.
Yeah.
Who should I start at flex? Already down 53. Whoa. Hey, I've been down. Chaney beat me with Derrick Henry, and when he was down like 50 something to me. So
it's true.
Ridley, Rasheed, Pierce, Hollywood, or Najee.
So if you're down 53, you gotta go ceiling plays here.
Yeah, I'm thinking, let's see, Rashee Rice, Pierce, Hollywood, or Najee. Dude, Ridley might be the ceiling play.
Ridley could be the ceiling play.
I think he is.
I think out of this, I think Calvin Ridley is the ceiling play.
Yep.
All
right, Mostert or Henry? Mostert.
Radio Raheem Mostert, right?
Derrick Henry's my running back sit of the week.
Yeah, and Mostert's in my top 5, I believe.
Yep.
So, Addison or Waddle? Waddle.
Jalen Waddle all day.
Bama man.
Meek Mill's dreams and nightmares starts playing in the background. Just. Would you trade Saquon for Jamar straight up? Jamar Chase? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Absolutely. If you're getting Jamar Chase, absolutely.
Need one running back receiver and 2 flexes.
Take that run, baby. Take that run. Hopefully that one's in the inbox.
Yeah.
Need one running back, 1 wide receiver, and 2 flex. From Trent. Kamara, Saquon, Bijan, Devontae, Thielen, Ayuk. Jeez, man. So 1 running back, 1 flex. So running back, Bijan, wide receiver, Devontae.
Yeah.
And then 2 flex, Kamara and Thielen.
Yeah, I'm hooked on a Thielen myself, and I'm going with a Saquon and Ayuk and Alvin the Chipmunk Kamara.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Alvin's
Debo's out again this week, right? So, I mean,
Alvin's going to have a great Debo is out. I have Ayuk as 12 and Thielen. No, Ayuk is 13 and Thielen is 12.
Man, those Niners are hurting. Good grief.
Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, yeah. They're in shambles right now. Who wins this trade? CMC plus C. CMCC.
CMC, Christian Watson, or Josh Jacobs. McCaffrey side.
Yeah, the McCaffrey side for sure. Yeah, I like the McCaffrey side. Terry McLaurin.
In all fairness, I would take McCaffrey for Jacobs and Adams even without Christian Watson. So
yep.
The fact that you got the addition, great.
Here I'm going Nico over Terry.
Yes.
George Pickens or Nico Collins.
Pickens is a sneaky play this week.
Give me Nico though. Nico.
Yeah, I'm rolling Nico.
Grandma here. Enjoyed the show.
Hey,
let's go.
Hi, Grandma.
She's happy this week. Let's go. DK Metcalf versus Browns. Christian Watson versus Vikings. Josh Downs versus Saints. Or Kareem Hunt versus Seahawks if Ford is out.
Standard. This is a standard question.
I'm going DK.
I hate standard.
DK for sure. It's between Downs and Watson. Give me
Downs.
Give me Downs. I think I'm gonna go Downs. Not Josh Downs, not Syndrome. Brandon Aubrey versus Rams in the Dome, or Dustin Hopkins versus Seahawks on the road. And also, should I play Eagles D versus Commanders, or pick up Jaguars D versus Steelers, or Lions D versus Raiders Monday?
This is what I love. We're fielding kicker questions right now.
Exactly.
Like this is what this show is about.
Let's do it, baby. Give me old Dustin Hopkins, baby.
Yeah.
And then Eagles D versus Commanders is sufficient, I believe.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. You go with that.
I appreciate you, Ray. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you,
Shout
Ray.
out
Appreciate
everybody else who's enjoying what we're doing here. Please leave a sub, drop a comment. And Jackson, if you want to hop in and answer any of these two, feel free. Start 3, 12-team PPR. Puka Nacua, Jalen Waddle, Garrett Wilson, Scary Terry, Devontae, Josh Downs, Rashee Rice, Tank and Dell. Start 3. So we're going Puka.
Yep.
Waddle.
Yep. Wilson.
Devontae.
I'm going Wilson.
Wilson.
I think
Wilson, Waddle, and Devontae.
Devontae needs to reestablish himself before I feel comfortable starting him.
I got Devontae over Garrett Wilson. So I got Puka, Waddle, and Devontae. So y'all got what? Puka.
Those first 3 right there. Puka, Waddle, Wilson.
Oh, man. Puka's been a draft steal this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. He's been a league winner, man. Lockett, Roshan Johnson, or Hollywood, half PPR. Lockett, yeah.
There you go.
Let's see.
Ooh, question from Twitch. Yes, we're on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, by the way, today.
Lost tape. Appreciate the question, man. Start 2. Aaron Jones, Hunt Hubbard. Said to be 1 alpha running back today versus Houston, Najee Harris. Yeah, I'm Aaron Jones for sure.
Yeah.
And then, dude, I'd probably go Kareem Hunt over Chuba Hubbard.
Is Jerome Ford playing this week?
Yes.
I'm going to go Jones and Kareem.
No, I think Jerome Hunt's playing.
Jerome Ford intends to play
Jerome Ford. Jerome Hunt.
But the Browns will wait to see how he looks during pregame warmups before making a decision. With that being said, I'm going Jones and Hubbard.
Are you just out on Hunt altogether? You've been out on Hunt.
My bad.
Never mind.
My bad. No, Jones and Hunt. I thought it was.
You said all that to say fuck you.
I know.
Cowboys D versus Rams. We got 5 minutes. Cowboys D versus Rams or Falcons D at Titans.
Falcons D.
Yeah, I agree. Start 2. Aaron Jones, Hunt, Hubbard.
Same question.
Olave, Watson, Garrett Wilson. Olave.
Yeah, I could see Olave.
Kendrick Bourne or Tank Dell? Tank Dell.
Tank. I like it.
Going Bourne.
You said Bourne. Drop Deontay for Rashee Rice. No.
I'm not dropping Foreman until I see Roschon Johnson fully take that backfield.
Running backs are harder to come around, and you can find fill-in receivers much easier.
Yes.
Start 2 PPR: T. Higgins, Calvin Ridley, and Tyler Lockett. Give me Ridley and Lockett.
Yep.
I'm gonna go T. Higgins and Tyler Lockett.
T. Higgins and Lockett.
Sure.
Flowers or Addison?
Addison.
Flowers is in my top 10.
Give me Zay, just because I don't want to have to root for Addison against Green Bay.
Zay Flowers is wide receiver 9 for me. So go Vikes. Hey, we got a Vikings fan. All right. Yeah, let's go. Screw the Packers, baby. Roschon or Sanders? Sanders.
Sanders, yeah.
Sanders, yep.
This is Roschon's first week back out of like a 3-week concussion protocol.
Yeah.
I got to go Miles Sanders.
We caught up, baby.
Week. So
we caught up to all the questions.
Boom.
Right.
Beautiful.
Jackson, man, appreciate your help on that. That's cool to have a third.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
I appreciate
doing my best.
Joining the conversation meant this, man. Hop on next week too. We'll pull you back in here and we'll chat a little bit more earlier in the episode, so that way we don't have to run through comments with you. But yeah, to everyone who asked questions and hung out with us, appreciate y'all. So
yeah.
All right, Jackson, we're gonna go ahead and sign off here. So
real quick,
Justin, on again, and we'll be in touch.
All right, man.
And tell them where to find you again.
You can find me on YouTube, where I host some of my episodes on the Jacksonian, and you can also find me on Twitter or @Jatson0 @Jatson0960335. And you can find me on Instagram.com/JacksonJohnson543908, where I just kind of run my mouth on what's going on in college football and NFL.
Boom.
Absolutely.
Those have been dropped as comments in the chat as well.
All right, man.
So make sure you go check out Jackson.
Appreciate you, Jackson.
On the show, man.
Thank you for having me on, and a happy NFL Sunday to everybody.
Likewise, man. Later. All right.
Before we sign off, let's get at least through our locks and underdogs of the week here.
Correct.
So,
and again, if y'all like the content, please leave a like. It helps out a ton. Thanks everybody for the questions. If y'all like what we're doing here, subscribe and hop in with us every week, man. We do this every week, 2 hours for the game. So,
yep. Let's go ahead and let's get into your lock of the week to start here. Where are we at? Hold on.
Right here.
There
Texans -3.5 at Panthers. Dude, I can't talk today, bro. Panthers, Midget, Bryce Young, and Chris are going to have a rough day with the Texans.
He has a rough season.
Yeah. All right. Your lock of the week.
Let's do it. Chiefs -7 at the Denver Broncos. I agree with what you said about Isaiah Pacheco running all over this defense today in the cold. Yeah. Isaiah Pacheco, I think 2 touchdowns on the day. Chiefs win by at least a touchdown.
All right. My underdog of the week, Rams upsetting the Cowboys, baby. Cowboys have started hot, been inconsistent, so I don't trust them.
So you have the Rams winning outright.
Outright.
Love that. Because I have the Packers winning outright at Lambeau against the dog shit Minnesota Vikings.
The poor Vikings fan still here.
Put them in the dirt.
Jackson,
well, not him specifically, but
Jackson says Chiefs.
Put the Vikings in the dirt.
Yeah,
there it is.
There we go. Sir. Pollard or Gibbs? Pollard. Oh no, Gibbs. Gibbs
gets the Raiders. No David Montgomery again.
Pollard at like 5 though, so it's very close. So
if you have been patient on Jahmyr Gibbs, I applaud you. It is our time to shine.
Yep. All right. Well, again, thanks everybody. The games are about to start. Appreciate everybody hopping in here and joining us as usual. We are going to be signing off. And again, we are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So please do check descriptions and stuff like that and links and comments for those so you can follow us wherever is easiest for you to watch. But with that being said, we're going to sign out. Chaney, anything for the people before we go?
Nope. Thank you, everyone, for all your questions. Thanks for coming on in. I love seeing questions from Facebook, questions from YouTube, and questions from Twitch. You guys are absolutely awesome. We don't have a show without you guys. So you guys are the pinnacle of everything that we work for. And with that, we hope you have a great NFL Sunday, and we will see you guys next week.
I appreciate y'all. Later.